All right, folks, in this update, we're going to be talking about the stock market shenanigans. What is going on? We got the hedge funds in the suits losing billions of dollars with GameStop absolutely ripping. They had to halt it once again. Roaring Kitty is set to stream in the next 24 hours, so we need to be on alert for that one. I never have watched his live shows, but I'm definitely going to be tuning in to see what he has to say tomorrow. Looking forward to this update for you guys here. Let's get into it. I got a couple data points on the current events, and then we'll get into the stock market. Take a look. The U.S. to send new $225 million military aid package to Ukraine, officials say. Now, recall earlier this week, we got the update that we got the approval for basically attacks with inside Russian territory. In fact, Joe Biden just got interviewed earlier today, and he confirmed once again that, yeah, we're not going to attack Moscow. What does Putin have to worry about? We're not attacking Moscow. We're just attacking right across the border in Russian territory, but not Moscow. Don't worry. And he talks about how Putin's a bad guy, and you guys already know that deal. But the point, once again, we wonder why this next data point is taking place. It's because nobody trusts us. Nobody wants to work with us. Nobody wants to use our currency. They're dropping our reserves at the fastest pace since the Great Financial Crisis. And that's being confirmed in the data. 2014, the US dollar share of global reserves was 59%. Gold share of global reserves was only 10%. Now, fast forward to 2023, US dollar share of global reserves drops 10% to 49%. We've lost half of the share of global reserves. We've also lost a significant amount of trade. And the gold share of global reserves has grown by nearly 10%, growing to 19%. So you guys can see the US dollar continues to lose share of global reserves to gold. Major mean reversion trade still in early innings. And that's the thing, is if we just revert back to the mean, we go from all of the equities that have ran up, we're going to go back into a little bit of commodities. You look at that commodities to equities ratio. You look at this one, gold share versus US dollar share. If we just revert back to mean, we don't have to go crazy. We don't have to make a meme. If we just revert back to mean, okay, then this is just the beginning, early innings of this move. And we're seeing that the percentage of central bank holdings in gold has also grown as well. I don't have that number right in front of me, but guys, we wonder why this is happening. We continue to stretch ourselves thin. We are not acknowledging the deficit that is at a record pace of growth right now, trillions of dollars every 100 days. And what is the response? Just continue the program as expected. I don't even know where the money's coming from at this point. Does it even matter, I guess? Right? What are we even talking about? We come up with another 200 million here, another billion there, and it's probably about time for another big package, right? We probably need another 20, 30. Why don't we just up it to 50 billion, right? Why don't we just do $1 trillion? Why not? What's the difference at this point, right? And this is why when we bring it back home, the data is reflecting a situation that is not pretty. And this is why the people and the voters are so ticked off. Folks, we got some data that came out this week and we missed on nearly all of it. Missing on the manufacturing, ISM manufacturer, miss. Construction spending, miss. It's declined for 2 straight months now. Auto sales, maybe we beat there. Maybe we had, maybe we did beat expectations there. That's good. Okay. Factory orders, down. Job openings, down. ADP employment, down. Huge miss. ISM services, it looks like we beat expectations there. That's good. Got one for the good guys. Initial jobless claims, missed on that, or yeah, we were higher than expectations on that one. Now, U.S. productivity, that declined as well. I'm going to show you in that next one. U.S. trade deficit, that grew. And then tomorrow, Friday, June 7th, we're going to get the employment report, the unemployment rate, hourly wages year over year, and we're also going to get consumer credit. So we get more data tomorrow, but what we got so far this week is definitely not looking good. U.S. productivity in first quarter revised down to 0.2%. So just like GDP revised down. And what does it mean if our productivity is going down, but our GDP is still growing? As I've been saying, we're not producing more. We're charging more for the same products and services. And this is being confirmed by our productivity rate, which is not growing, right? 0.2% growth. Okay. I guess technically we're still growing. Okay. But relatively speaking, it has been revised down to a 0.2% rate. Now, and this is the slight gain in the first quarter is down sharply from the average 2.8% rate over the 4 quarters of 2023. So in 2023, our average productivity was 2.8%, and we just had a huge miss down to 0.2%. So basically, no more productivity. Now, this is where we're at in the market. This is where we're at in the Main Street economy. Completely disconnected from where we're at in the markets and Wall Street. But speaking of Wall Street, we had a big announcement here today. Robinhood CEO Vlad Tenev says, we believe crypto will be fundamentally reorganize the financial system, this coming after the acquisition of Bitstamp. Now, if you recall, Ripple actually invested in Bitstamp, and Bitstamp is one of the main issuers on the XRP ledger. So we now have Robinhood has direct control over issuing some currencies that are already on the XRP ledger. This is a big deal. And the fact that the CEO, Vlad, he's saying that we believe crypto will fundamentally reorganize the financial system. Now, maybe he's just throwing that out there because he wants to pump up his stock. That's typical. Many of these companies, right, say that they're going to leverage AI, that they got a Bitcoin strategy now. They don't even buy Bitcoin yet. They just say, we got a Bitcoin strategy, stock pumps. We're going to leverage AI, stock pumps. And so we'll see how much he actually believes in this and how much he's going to be a part of this. But the acquisition of Bitstamp, definitely interesting, and that took place here today. Now, a couple other moves to observe. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang to sell up to $735 million in stock. So we have Nvidia insider trading alert number 1, the CEO himself selling off nearly $750 million worth of stock. And if you ever wanted a top signal, that video of him signing that's a top signal if I've ever seen one. I mean, you guys, let me know what you guys think of Nvidia. I'll let you know what the second largest shareholder of Nvidia thinks. He's dumping $4 million in this move, but he's now sold more than $40 million in the last week. So that's what the CEO and the second largest shareholder think of Nvidia right now. Good time to sell. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you think. Now, wrapping up our trading session today, GameStop short sellers have now lost $2.1 billion today per the Kobesi letter. Now, in after hours trading right now, I'm recording this one. It's late night, June 6th. I'm going to be dropping this one early Friday morning for you guys to watch as before the markets open up. But at the time of this recording right now, GameStop closed the day off at about 46, but in overnight trading, it's actually gone up to about $65 here for Nvidia. I'm going to pull it up real quick so you guys can take a look at it. GameStop, or sorry, did I say Nvidia? I meant to say GameStop. GameStop after hours up to $64.69, up $18, 38% in after hours trading. So speaking of Robinhood, it's about time for them to shut this one down, isn't it? Right? There's only supposed to be about a 20% move that they allow before they shut it down is the typical move that they allow, especially in overnight trading. Now, when we go to the GameStop chart, you can see here it closed the day at 46. But when this market opens back up, we were just at, what were we at? 64, which is pretty much exactly where we went to the last pump that we had 2 weeks ago, back on May 14th, right? Back when the Roaring Kitty returned, he leaned up in his chair. He's getting back in the game, pumps up to $65, dumps back down to the 20s. Then we get the reemergence. Now we see his trades, his call options. And there's a lot of speculation that Roaring Kitty, everybody's trying to do the numbers and the calculations on what price I keep on saying Nvidia, what price GameStop needs to go to for the Roaring Kitty to become a billionaire with a B. So I'm here for it. I got my popcorn. You know what I've been saying about this stock market shenanigans that are taking place. This is exposing our markets, i.e. why BlackRock and Citadel are moving to launch a more tokenized real-time stock market in Texas. And so we're seeing the emergence, like Vlad said in the acquisition of Bitstamp, crypto is going to be fundamental in reorganizing our markets, our financial system. Reorganize. Why would we have to reorganize? Why would we have to reset? Why would we have to restructure? And why would we have to revalue? And in that, is there a little bit of an opportunity? You bet there is. Now, I see what the insiders are doing. They're dumping the Nvidia, the CEO, the second largest shareholder, and others. They're not the only insiders that have been dumping. And I see this GameStop saga taking place. I'm enjoying it. I'm not participating in it directly. I don't own any GameStop. I'm not doing any stock moves right now. But I am getting quite a joy out of watching this stock market get exposed. Remember what I've been saying. Nvidia just hit a market cap of $3 trillion. Our cryptocurrency space is still only at about 2.5 trillion. Last bull run, we went to the 3 trillion mark. So one stock is worth more than the entire crypto digital asset space. That will not be the story forever. And as we move from the market price that we have today towards the fundamental value that we've been talking about for a long time, in that opportunity, in that move is an opportunity to arbitrage and is an opportunity to make some profit on fundamental utilities that are going to be fundamental in reorganizing the financial system, in the words of the CEO of Robinhood himself, Vlad. So Vlad, right there with us and acknowledging that DLT technology brings it real time. Instead of going to T1 and celebrating, oh, we're at T1, in 24 hours we can, execute and fulfill the order. Meanwhile, over here in DLT, especially using the XRP ledger, right? If you have to wait more than 10, 15 seconds on the XRP ledger, you're wondering what the heck's going on. But that sucker, 3 to 5 seconds, no downtime, continues to run. It's not the only one. There's other cryptos. There's other DLT. But as we highlighted in the other video that's going to be dropping today, we got 80% of banks in Japan that are using XRP. So make sure you guys don't miss that update. We got a lot more coming your way. We're going to be updating you guys later as we watch this stock market shenanigans unfolding. GameStop, are you guys in it? Are you guys memeing? Are you guys memeing in the crypto space? Are you memeing in the stock market? Let me know in the comments down below. And I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. We'll see you in the next one. God bless you all. It's all at my website, zachrector.com, by the way. Thank you. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.